negotiate sort of like a so sort of at a distance. I don't want to have to drive because likely I'd have to drive there, and
Mm-hmm.
then I wouldn't be able to drive the car home today just because it's a weekend. I wouldn't be able to be registered on the weekend. And so I my goal is to be able to sort of negotiate by distance, and then when I do go, whenever that is, just be able to essentially pick it up.
Noted, noted. So based upon our experience, when we do an outreach to the dealership, it usually takes about 3 to 4 hours
Hmm.
for us to get the better negotiated pricing because we have to build that rapport, we have to build that connect, we have to let them know that we are a serious buyer on your behalf, and make sure that we go from the level one of their initial pricing, negotiate down, and then even further down, and then take it forward accordingly. So it will take some time because
Hmm.
what happens is if we just go and say, hey, we are looking for this particular vehicle, give us the best price. They get so many inquiries every single day. And we do this also every single day
Yeah.
with multiple clients of ours. So what we have seen is it's best for
Hmm.
us to build that connect, build that momentum, showcase that we are a very serious and
Hmm.
sincere buyer. We exactly know what the market is. This is the price for this particular vehicle, along with the make, model, and specification. And then from there, we go from that first level of that sales associate or that sales entry position folks to the manager and eventually to the director and then the finance office, who has actually that stick and the command to lower the price based upon the market trends, based upon the inventory availability, and based upon how strong we are able to negotiate with them using our proven negotiation tactics, the experience, and the do's and the don'ts throughout this process.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think one of the caveats with this vehicle in particular is that I mean on their website that the sales price is contingent on financing.
Yep.
So something you should be aware of is, and I mean a lot of places are like this, right? Obviously they want you to finance with them. That's how they make their money sort of on the back end, which is fine. I am flexible, and what I say, but the reason I say that is because I have access to a line of credit that gives me prime rate minus 0.25. So 4.70% interest essentially. So much lower than most sort of used car financing rates can offer.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, I think I'm not how can I put this? I'm open to financing if the terms are amenable to me. So what that means is like if it's like an open loan, if there's no prepayment penalty, or if, sometimes if there's like a 6 months you can do it. Ultimately, if it's not going to cost me more in the long run, right? Like
Yeah,
if I don't
absolutely.
have to keep paying.
And we also
Yeah.
have to compare APR to APR. So if you are saying
Hmm.
that you are at 4.7%, we'll only go with the finance application with them once we have the final negotiated out the door price, including the
Yeah.
tax, title, registration, and all applicable fees, minus the
Yeah.
dealership nuances or the miscellaneous fees which they typically add to bloat up the actual price of the vehicle, and then ensuring that they will only run the credit of your finance application once we have that final pricing locked in, and then we put down a
Hmm.
$500 deposit because we know that the dealerships are the last people to trust. What they typically do is they will say, yeah, we'll give you that lowest out the door price. They will mm, I would say connect to the price what we are seeking for. So let's say if we say, yeah, we will purchase the car at, let's say, for example, $50,000. They'll say, yeah, okay, fine. They will also send the quotation and the pricing over the email or over the text. And then they will ask us to do the finance application. With the finance application, what happens is you will have to directly put down your social. And once you have a hard inquiry on that, which deducts 5 points of yours, right, with the credit score. And that thing is very important. And then after that, the moment they get your finance application, they play the games and then they will tell us that the car is sold. So
Yeah.
now they'll try to upsell, cross sell, sell something else which the inventory is not getting sold. So they have all this tactics that they play with the common people, unfortunately. So what we do, especially for our clientele, is that once we lock in the price, we also go and put down a $500 refundable deposit paid by the credit card. So that
Hmm.
assures that for the next 72 hours, by law, they cannot sell that same VIN number vehicle, which is vehicle identification number vehicle, to anyone else, including their family members, whatever happens, right? And so once that happens, we
Yeah.
are less assured that we'll go through that finance application, we'll get the monthly pricing, we will ensure that we'll review the legal and the final buyer's order, which is the contract and the paperwork, and ensure that there are no prepayment
Hmm.
penalties. We have all the flexibility. The APR kind of compares and maps with what you are looking for. And once that happens, we go ahead and purchase. Otherwise, we say, okay, the deal is off the table. We get our $500 back. But then the dealerships will not do that because they've already lost 3 days of their precious time to sell that car. So now they are under the
Yeah.
hooks to essentially sell only to you and no one else. And that is how we lock in and ensure that you get it in the best negotiated price while having a hassle free and seamless experience.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Question for you guys,
Yeah.
obviously, like in terms of the service and the business, what are sort of your charges for the negotiation? Obviously, I just want to make sure sort of we're meeting a value. I understand that this isn't like the most expensive car, but I think I feel like you can still bring some value to the table. But I want to see kind of what your fees are.
Yes. So we have two parts of the service. One is the curation, which is the market research, inventory availability. So we go out and we look at 18 plus different platforms, including cars.com, cargurus.com, Auto Trader. And also we
Hmm.
connect with 15 to 20 same make dealership. That means in your case, what you're looking for. So if a client is looking for, let's say, Beamer or Mercedes, so we'll also reach out to those dealerships. If it is a new one, if it is a pre-owned one, with then we'll reach out to multiple large used car dealerships as well. And then we create a curated spreadsheet where the inventory listings are there, the pricing is there, the miles on the vehicle is there, the year is there. And so we can compare in a very rational approach. So that is $499 as a part of that market research fee. In your case, you have already shortlisted and found the vehicle. You only want us to negotiate, ensure that the deal is clean, there is no dealer add-ons, no dealership shenanigans, and etc. And you walk away with the negotiated price with the APR what we are seeking for, and then get the keys. So that is 499. And that is not only including this vehicle, touch wood, but if this doesn't work out, we'll also negotiate on four additional vehicles as well, because we want to bring the value to you, right? It's not that okay, we just negotiate on this one, and if it doesn't work out, then you are not getting the value out of this engagement. So as a very client centric, very focused business, where I want to ensure that we are passing on the cost savings along with the time savings and the convenience, I want to make sure that it's a win-win situation for both of us involved as a part of this engagement.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that. And so I guess it's 500 and then US dollars
Yes,
is
500 US dollars, 499 US dollars, one time all
okay.
inclusive, right? So there is no add-on fees. I will not charge you 10% service fee, etc. We absorb all the taxes, convenience fee, platform fee, all of that. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. And then
Um
we work 6 days
I-
a week, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. I understand that you have the caveat of the time. That means it's a time sensitive deal. So I'll put my best team member who is not on the call because he focuses on the client management activities, not on the pre-sales or the consulting side. So the moment we
Mhm.
initiate the engagement, I'll formally introduce you to that team as the business owner and the co-founder of the business. I'll also be marked in all the email threads and all the daily updates. We run this in a very professional way. We have daily stand-up meetings with the business team, with the client management team, with the customer support team to ensure that we are in sync. We are working with the client deliverables and the timelines and ensuring that you are having a positive experience.
Yeah, fair enough. That's thanks for that information. I appreciate it. Um I think yeah, that sounds great to me. I think So the experience that I've had with essentially two similar vehicles that I wanted to purchase, and I realized, I'm my brother was a sales manager for a vehicle dealership, so I was talking to him, but he's a very busy guy, and
Hmm.
he was like, "Okay, I'm free on Saturday. We can go to the dealership on Saturday." I was like, "Great, we'll go. We'll show up." I wake up first thing this morning, and the car's already sold. So I was
Yeah,
like, "Okay." If I know what I want, I know what vehicle I want, I know the trim, and I find it, then, obviously, like, because there's not as many out there, I need to sort of make moves to do that. And
yeah,
so when I found this vehicle, I said, okay, you know what? I just want to get this vehicle, but I also want to get the best price for it.
yeah.
Um, that's when I started, I found you guys and stuff. So that's kind of just where I'm at. So I do this is kept certainly this model, this ideally would be the vehicle I want. It looks good, but I want to get the best price for it. Yeah. So
Yeah, and we'll get the best price forward for this one. And also in parallel, even without you letting us know, what we'll be also doing is we'll also be comparing the prices of the similar makes and the model which are there in the market. Not maybe exactly meeting your preferences, but to get that market sensitivity and the market pricing and the analytics to ensure that, see, if we are going to buy at $45,000 and if something is there at $37,000, we'll let you know, we'll inform you, because of course sometimes you have more packages involved. It's a premium car, it's a top tier, more like the trim level. It might have convenience package, security packages, etc. So we factor all of that in, and we compare apples to apples to ensure that we have the clarity in terms of the pricing, in terms of the negotiation. And then we also look at what is the database of the transaction telling us over the last quarter. So that gives us the data looking backward. And looking forward, we also look at how many inventory options are currently in the market, how many of them are in the trading possibility, because this is a pre-owned car which you are looking for. And then based upon that, we
mhm.
do that market correction, market size up, and then go with like really data points, key insights, so that when we speak with the dealership, they know that these guys know their business. There is no way that they can BS us around. Sorry, pardon my French here. But yes, that's the main objective here.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Yep.
A question that I had for you that sort of came up as I was thinking about all this.
Yeah, sure.
Now, obviously, it's in the dealership spec. It looks like a good car, and it's low kilometer. So I mean, I'm less concerned about any major mechanical faults. It's from a Subaru dealership, but there's oftentimes a recommendation to get, like, one of these mobile pre-purchase inspections. There's
Exactly,
different companies
exactly.
that go.
Yep.
Um,
We
is that
recommend that. We recommend that.
you
Yes.
recommend that? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So three
Yeah.
things we recommend if you're not going to do a test drive, and we have our clients like who are based in Miami, and then they will like the car which is in Las Vegas, or vice versa, like completely east to west coast. So what we recommend is, first of all, we'll get the Carfax report from the dealership. It's from the Subaru. So we'll have that. We will cross verify, because certain times they will only show the clean Carfax until the day when the accident has not happened. So, for
Mhm.
example, today is July 5th, right? It's after
Yeah.
the 4th of July. So, what happens is, and if something has happened, let's say a minor dent, or if it was on fender bender, for God forbid, but if it is one on fender bender, so they will just pull up the report till March 31st, and will show that it's a clean Carfax report, because they will omit the entire transactions what has happened on the car in the month of April. And then the buyers will think, oh, it's a clean Carfax. Let me go and pay full price. So we ensure that today, till today, we need the full detailed transactional history of this vehicle. So first things first.
Mhm.
Second thing is we get the dealership inspection report, which is called DIR, which is where when the Subaru dealer has taken this vehicle for a trade in, they will have to do a 110-point certified inspection at their service center. So once that service have done, they will not necessarily put the report out there on the website. But when, as a part of request to information, they cannot deny us not to give that information. And if they deny us, and if even if it is like too good of a price, it's a sign that we should step away. based on our five
Gotcha.
years of experience. I'm just sharing with you. And
Hmm.
then the
Hmm.
third
Yeah.
thing is, because this two information is coming from the dealership, we also want
Mhm.
a expert opinion or a second opinion. So that is where we do that third party PPI, pre-purchase inspection. So now we can do a
Mhm.
mobile PPI, or we can find a nearby mechanic or a repair shop who has the experience of testing Subaru vehicles previously, and then asking them
Mhm.
to go and do a thorough inspection and giving us the report. It would cost us between $150 to $200. You have to pay directly to that company or to that mechanic or to that auto repair shop. We don't have any margins, we don't take commissions, nothing like that. We just help you coordinate and facilitate that so that we have a full visibility on the vehicle. Plus, we ask the dealership salesperson to go and do a detailed 360-degree video so that if there are any dents or scratches or some part of the seats have been ripped apart, we get to know in the full visibility of the daylight. And so, by doing these four steps, we reduce the odds of the vehicle having something out of the blue post the purchase.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. But we
Um,
only go for all of this once you put down a $500 deposit. So that way we have locked
mhm.
in the car. Now we are doing all the things to investigate. And if it doesn't turn out to be the way we expected, we get our $500 back and we let it go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. And
Because if we do it before that, the dealers are smart. They will go back and say, hey, these guys are checking so many things. They know everything
yeah, yeah,
about the
yeah.
car. It's better that we tell them that the car is sold. So we first lock them
Right.
and then we do everything to cross verify.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that deposit, is that something that I would put down, or does that
Yeah,
happen
you
on
will.
your end, or how
So
does that work?
we act as a consultant. So we are just a consulting
Yeah.
or concierge company. So you are buying directly the vehicle from the dealership. We don't get any
Yeah.
incentives or kickbacks or commissions from the dealers, right? So you are paying directly to the
Mhm.
dealership. The dealership is selling you the car. We are just coordinating, facilitating, ensuring that we are representing you, just like a lawyer would represent you, to ensure that we are keeping your best interest in mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm on board. Yeah, I appreciate it. Obviously, you guys have a lot of work doing this, and yeah, and that's part of the value for me too, is that I was gonna call and start this process, and I said, I just the mental load and burden,
Yeah,
and
it's a
I
lot
don't
of
mind.
mental load. And trust me, just to take 30 seconds more of your, it actually started out of my personal problem when I wanted to buy my very first car after graduating from Arizona State University with my major in biomedical informatics. And I thought that going to the dealership would be like going to Safeway and Fry's and Walmart and things like that. You go choose what you want and you pay, and then you off you go. But it was not like that. Long story short, I never thought that I'll be doing automotive consulting as a service-based business, but it just started out of
Yeah.
that pain point. And then in my social circle and in my friends and family, they said, Neil, you gotta do it. You have a skill set in terms of negotiating, understanding the entire structure of the transactions, and one of my major being mathematics. So we do a lot of statistical representation, mathematical calculations, so bringing that scientific understanding into this, and step by step, we just grew out of that.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense, man. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Sure.
Um, Perfect. So how do we move forward, folks? What are the next steps?
Yeah, so the next step is I'll just ask one of my accountants right now to raise a $499 invoice. That is one way to go
Mhm.
about it, or you can pay directly through our website as well. Both the options are there. So whichever one is comfortable to you. And it's a PayPal gateway, so you can pay through PayPal credit or debit card. Once the payment is received, we'll welcome you as an introductory email where I'll be looping in three members of from our client management team, where it will be led by a person, and he will directly give you a call. We'll send him the link of the Subaru vehicle what you have found right now, and then we'll explain everything what we have discussed on the call. And within the next 1 hour, we'll build that connect to the dealership. And we never share your name or your information to them. So you're not going to get bombarded by calls or text or emails. They only get to know that you are the actual buyer once the negotiated pricing is ready. Okay,
Gotcha.
so that gives you
Gotcha.
that convenience aspect, but we'll be in communication too. I'll ask my team to extend the number of working hours today because you are expecting to get this done preferably today. At least we can put down the deposit so we can lock in, and then sometime on Monday or Tuesday, based on your availability, you can drive down there, maybe check the car if you want, or we can go for the PPI, however you feel comfortable. And then we will continuously coordinate till you get the keys of your vehicle. So that is where our formal engagement gets completed. But we are always there to support with your insurance, with your extended warranty, with anything you want with respect to that entire automotive ecosystem. Will be there at every step along the way.
Perfect. That sounds great, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So that sounds good.
So yeah, no, that sounds good. No, happy to move forward. I can do yeah, if the next steps are sort of getting sort of that PayPal and that stuff process, I can move ahead with that. I can do sort of either I'm happy to pay sort of direct from the website if that's easier.
Yeah.
And I can yeah,
So
we can get
we
that
can
done.
do it right now if you are there, because for me, just a second, let me send you a link
Sure.
of our website itself for our negotiation service. So I've given the link on the Zoom call in the chat.
Hmm.
Make sure to put down this promo code, which is deal 200, because it will show you $699. And then just by
Okay,
entering this promo code, you will be able to get $200 off. So then it will become 499.
perfect. Um, so oh, I see. Okay, I found it. I
Yeah.
just needed to find
Yeah.
the right link. Can you bear with me 1 second? I just have to grab
Yeah, yeah,
my
sure,
pen and
sure,
things.
sure. We are here. So Akansha, are you there? Yeah. So Akansha, you create a detailed email summary of what he's looking for. And can you send an email marking me, Shained, Irish, and Lakshmi, and send it out that we need to negotiate on this vehicle right away. Let's get the process started, even while we are on the call, so that the team can reach out and connect with the dealership. Okay. And then also in our client group, you put that we have this new requirement, initiate the negotiation process right away. Okay. And just say, as discussed right now, please take it forward.
for you, my friend. Do you guys take what kind of credit cards do you accept? Do you accept Amex, Visa, MasterCard, or what do you?
Yeah, everything is fine.
Everything is fine? Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good. It was just giving me an error message. Give me one sec.
sure. Let me just check why it is showing the error message. It is powered by PayPal itself, and so it would take all the major credit card options.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. For some reason, I'm just trying to pay with my Amex.
Okay, sure.
Give me one sec. It was
Yeah,
just
sure. Amex have the best loyalty points.
they do. I also know that they charge higher fees to retailers, so I know not everyone accepts it. So
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what it's like I'm in Canada, so I don't know what it's like in the States, but I know generally here for retailers it's more expensive. So
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And if this is having a trouble, then you can also do interact if that's comfortable for you, as you are in Canada.
yeah. Um Sorry, one second.
Sure.
Okay.
So if it fails again, just give me a moment. I can also create something as the invoice to see if that would work.
Okay. I think it went through.
It went through? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It said thank you for choosing Car Concierge Pro. So I think it went through that time.
Allow me a moment to just check.
Let me Yep.
Yep, yeah, I received the notification. Great. So just allow us the next 30 minutes. You will also receive a client handbook where you have my number and the team's number and everything. We are headed into a weekend, but we'll try to close as quickly as possible. I'll also do a quick team huddle right now with our client management team, and we'll give you a quick update right away. We have just to confirm before we conclude our call, just allow me a minute here to make sure that we have your correct uh, contact information on file so that way we can directly give you a call.